Okay, so I just got back from the hardware store. I'm out in my outside shop, which is air conditioned when I'm out here. Um, I'm gonna start on my air compressor. I said I just got back from the hardware store. I think I have hopefully all the necessary stuff to put it back together. So I'll turn the camera around here and show you that real quick. Looking at my phone, because I'm on my phone. Looking at my phone, I think I have to stop it, turn around. So let me do that. Okay, so we gotta turn around. So here's the tank that I've been using. You can see it's kind of dusty. I had a strap across it. It only had one inlet, so I had everything run through here. This is my shut off for my power on and off switch when it gets to a certain pressure. Which I don't remember what it is. So what I have to do now is I'm going to hang it up against the wall in a standing position thusly. So I'm going to pop a hole in down here for my outlet for the air to come out. So I'll put it in up here, come out down here now, and then on its butt down here by the dimple goes in. So I'll go up here and put a hole. I'm going to put these, I get these welded on so I can screw into them. I know a whole lot about a lot of things, but not much about welding, so I'll find out when I go to find somebody that welds whether they can weld this to this. Sorry, phone. This to this. May work, may not. That's why I still bagged. I don't know. I have to drill my holes, clean the paint off, and then just find somebody. There's a guy up here I think will do it. And just run a B weld around there. It's galvanized. I think just galvanized iron, it says, and of course steel. So, and here's all my other components to go with it. Here's the setup I had, the little cart that it was on, my motor. I have 3 more motors, so I may end up putting 2 motors on it, more power. I have an air compressor over in the corner there. I have 2 motors on that one, but I have 2 tanks, and I can fill those 2 tanks in about 30 seconds, and it's dead quiet. Those that's not on Facebook, these are our Disney buggies. That's my wife's. We go to Disney on, and this one's mine, of course, that we go to Disney on. That's the only place we use them is at Disney. And this was a tank that I was thinking about using. I cut it off of another bigger compressor, and it has a drain hole in the bottom, but it's on the other side, and it already has a whole bunch of gunk and junk and mud and rust inside of it. So I'm just going to use the one I already have because it's pretty and clean and new, and I'm just going to try to get some welding done to it. So, and then behind me, you've probably seen already all these totes. Those are all full of models. Go all the way up. And they're all Mobius models. And I have them all labeled. Like Ford trucks. That was on the other side. This one's Hornet 53 or 52 Hornet. Hornet convertibles. Lone Star and parts. And I can't read that one. Cyclones, Willys, Monster House. There's tons of stuff in that one, and various other things through there. There's hundreds of models in that stuff. And then in the house is where I keep. These are all unboxed. They're just bagged in the gallon baggies. Some of them have 2 complete models of bags. Some have more, some have less. I have bags in there that have like hundreds of one part, like bumpers and grills and who knows what. But in the house, I have a closet that's just clear full of models. So anyway, so let me get on to this, and the holes drill get cleaned. I'll go get hopefully welded, and I'll come back after that. Okay, so that took 20 minutes. I ran up there, I got a little muffler shop at the corner, and he's done me a couple favors before, so I ran up there and he welded that on for me. Got the hole drilled, which you can't see, but I drilled that. I went ahead and took all the paint off for him. Drilled this one, took the paint off, and I cleared a little spot here on the handle so he could ground to, and had that all done. And all he had to do was weld it, and he didn't even charge me for it, but I went ahead and threw him some cash anyway for doing it. And when I got back, the tank's still very warm. There's only a block up there, so I went ahead and threw some spray paint on it, hoping that'll go ahead and cure a little faster. But it's not. So we'll just start putting some parts on here. I picked up a longer nipple to go on the bottom for my drain valve plug to go on, which may not need it, but then I'll put one of these on here so I can have a pop-off valve and my exit, and then get everything else with all this put back up yonder. So I have my stop and my inlet, and we should be able to good to go. And then get all this put back on the motor. This is the starter. I'm gonna do away with that. It's been aggravating me for 8 years because it'll click and click and click and click, and then about 10 minutes later it'll actually turn itself on. So if I rewire all this, get rid of that, then as soon as that wants power, this will turn on. That just plugs into the back of the motor. So that's where I'm at. So I'll probably just come back when it's in the house and show you that. So this is all just spare stuff. I had 4 airbrushes hooked up in the house, so that's where all this is from. The stuff I had hooked up in sync, that's where all the valves are from. I had a valve to each airbrush. So I can turn all the airbrushes on and off. So that's where all that stuff's from. And I've done away with it and just only used one airbrush, so it was kind of pointless to have 4 of them hanging there. Alright, so now I've made you sick moving all this around. I'll be back. Okay, one nice look for a quick for the night. Valves on. That works. This is in. That's the fill hose, which will come from the compressor here. Pop-off valve. Wiring is done. Coming from the motor. This is all hooked up. I'll kind of wish these things off here. It's kind of a nuisance, but anyhow. Secondary pop-off valve, just for safety. That was already on there. The on-off switch for the pressure. The fill from the. See, this one was the out going to my water separators to the airbrush. This is the fill coming from the motor. And then over here is the compressor, which we've got wired. It's all done now. I've got all lights turned off for one, sorry. So this is going out to the, will be hooked up to the compressor. This is all wired. This is the hose that goes from here to up there. And the power, all I gotta do is plug it in, Well, I can't, it won't turn on because that's not hooked in. It won't turn it on. That's all set. And I'm done for the day. My companion is over here whining somewhere. Molly, where'd you go? My shop helper. Oh, there she is. She's whining, wanting to go in the house. She's done for the day. So we're gonna go in and quit. Bye. Okay, so we got the air compressor put in. You can no longer see it over here where it used to be. It used to be right there. It's all hooked up. It's now down over here. I have the tank mounted on the wall. Yeah, it looks kind of crappy, doesn't it? Then the motor's sitting there. I got the drain in. The only thing I don't have is the air line going from here up to the here to the separators yet. I ordered a new separator this morning, I think it was. I got a new water and oil separator. These are just water. So I'm gonna put it here. It comes with a new valve and a shut off thing on top of it. So I'll redo all this. It's supposed to come Saturday. So I'll redo this, run the line up through to it, and then it'll all be set and done. I can turn it on here for you so you can hear it. It's on, it's running. I don't know if you can hear it. Ooh, dang, you might hear some air coming out. You might hear it. Don't know, there's some air coming out over here already. But, way quieter than your normal ones. So when I get that done, then I'll be, here's the topper, you can see a little better. So when I get that done, then I'll be able to, monitor, be able to get that done. My wife went ahead and put felt in for me. There's the new computer sitting on top of an external hard drive, but that's a gaming computer. So I'll go ahead and get everything battened up here, and hopefully we'll get a model picked out. I'll probably take you on that tour while I go pick one out, and I'll get this uploaded and we'll see what we can do. Thanks for watching.